The salvage ship Resilience drifted through the debris field of what had once been a thriving trade station. Captain Farah adjusted the scanner array, his eyes tracking the heat signatures among the twisted metal and frozen corpses. 3 days since the Cravathi raiders had torn through Outpost Sigma-7, and the silence was deafening. Another dead end, muttered Chen from the co-pilot seat. We should jump before— Wait! Farah's hand shot up. Life signs too, faint but there. The crew exchanged glances. Survivors were rare. Survivors who weren't looters were rarer still. They found them in a sealed cargo container, tucked behind collapsed bulkheads in what used to be the station's market district. When Farah cut through the door, his breath caught. 2 figures huddled in the darkness, unmistakably Velaskari, with their distinctive iridescent skin that shifted colors with emotion. The older one, perhaps 16 in human years, had wrapped herself around a smaller child. Both were emaciated, their skin flickering between sickly grays and yellows. The little one was crying, a pitiful, keening sound that needed no translation. Please, the older girl said in broken standard, her voice hoarse. Her skin flashed desperate orange. Please, sister. Hungry. Days. Farad had seen plenty of suffering in the outer colonies. The war between the Cravathi Empire and the Free Worlds had turned space into a graveyard. But something about those 2 pairs of enormous eyes, one filled with fierce determination, the other glazed with hunger, struck something deep in his chest. Chen, get medical kits now. He knelt slowly, keeping his hands visible. I'm Captain Farah, human, we're not Cravathi. The older girl, Asil she said her name was, didn't relax. Her skin rippled with cautious yellows and suspicious purples. Her sister, barely 6 years old, whimpered against her shoulder. We have nothing, Asil said, and Farad heard the break in her voice. Cannot pay? But please, she needs— Hey. Farad kept his voice gentle. We'll get you both fed. No payment needed. Asil's skin flashed sharp red, disbelief, or perhaps anger. Lies, everyone wants something. Cravathi wanted station. Traders wanted credits. You want food and medical care, Farah interrupted. That's what I want to give you. That's it. For a long moment, Asil stared at him. Her people were empaths, Farah knew, able to sense emotional truth through some biological mechanism humans still didn't fully understand. She was reading him, searching for deception. Whatever she found made her skin shift to a pale, trembling blue. Why? She whispered. Farah thought of a dozen diplomatic answers. Instead, he gave her the truth. Because you're kids, and you're hurting, and I can help. The Resilience wasn't built for passengers, but the crew made room. Dr. Yao set up the medbay while Farad carried the little sister, her name was Leary, to a cot. She weighed almost nothing. Start her on nutrient paste, Yao instructed. Her digestive system is compromised. Too much too fast will kill her. Asil refused to leave Leary's side even as her own body trembled with exhaustion. She watched every move, every injection, her skin cycling through anxious patterns. You can rest, Farad told her. She's safe now. Safe. Asil repeated the word like it was foreign. In 3 days, Cravathi came. In 3 hours, everyone dead or running. In 3 minutes, our parents— She stopped, skin flashing grief black. Safe is— Not real. Farad pulled up a chair. Safe is what we make it. Sometimes that means running. Sometimes that means fighting. Right now it means this ship, this crew, and 2 more mouths to feed until we reach Haven Station. Then what? Asil's voice was hollow. Refugee camp. We have no family. No credits. Velaskari have no colony worlds left. Cravathi took them all. It was true. The Velaskari had been one of the first species crushed in the Empire's expansion. Their homeworld was ash. Their diaspora was scattered, desperate, dying. Farah leaned forward. Then we figure it out. Maybe you work on the ship. Maybe we find you a colony that needs people. Maybe— Why do you care? Asil's skin erupted in frustrated reds and oranges. You are human. Humans fight for credits, for territory, for themselves. You don't just— She gestured helplessly at Larry, at the medical equipment, at the crew moving efficiently to save a life that meant nothing to them strategically. You want to know why? Farah stood, moving to the porthole where stars glittered against the void. Because a long time ago, humanity was dying too. We poisoned our own world, fought our own wars, nearly ended ourselves. And when we finally made it to space, we were refugees too, desperate, scattered, looking for someone to give us a chance. He turned back to her. Some species helped us. Some didn't. We survived because of the ones who did, who fed us when we were hungry, who shared their knowledge, who saw us as people worth saving even when we had nothing to offer. Asil's skin rippled, cycling through a dozen colors Farah couldn't name. So now it's our turn, he continued. Humans got strong. We built ships, colonies, fleets. And yeah, we're not perfect, we're stubborn and violent, and we make terrible decisions. But we remember what it's like to be helpless. And we've got this weird, stupid idea that maybe if we help enough people, if we save enough lives, we can make the galaxy a little less like the hell we came from. Behind them, Lyri stirred on the cot, her breathing steadier. Asil's eyes never left her sister. In my culture, Asil said quietly, there is a concept. Treshkal, life debt. When someone saves your life, you are bound to them until the debt is repaid. We don't have that, Farad said. No debt, no obligation. Asil's skin shifted to a color he'd never seen. Deep, luminous gold. Then your people are either fools or something we thought was extinct. What's that? Good. 3 weeks later, the Resilience docked at Haven Station. Lyri was healthy, her skin bright with childish blues and greens. Asil stood taller, her body finally recovering. Farah had made calls, pulled favors. A Velaskari community on the agricultural world of Themis 3 would take them. It wasn't much, hard work, simple living, but it was a chance. As they prepared to disembark, Asil turned to Farah one last time. I will remember, she said. Her skin glowed that same impossible gold. When I am older, stronger, I will remember what humans did, and I will make sure others know. Farah smiled. Just take care of your sister. That's enough. But as he watched them disappear into the station crowds, he knew she would remember, and maybe, in a galaxy tearing itself apart, that memory would matter. Maybe one small act of kindness could ripple outward. Maybe that's what it meant to be human.